of that. So no more calling, no more texting. All I did was meditate on the affirmations, right? So I would have those meditations. Hello everybody, welcome back to Manifesting with me, Lee, where I get to share my manifesting tips with you so that you can manifest better, right? Today's video, we're going to be discussing the no contact rule. The one that everybody does not like. And I have become a big fan of the no contact rule simply because of the discipline and the heartache that it can save you during your manifestation journey. Remember, guys, when you are manifesting something, or especially when it comes to a person, you really, the chaser energy is very, very, it's very evident, and the person can feel it as well that you're manifesting for. So calls and text messages are one of the obvious ways that show that you are chasing, or ways that you can chase a person, because you want to check up on them, and a part of you does not want to surrender to the process. It doesn't want to surrender to trust fully. The more you keep initiating contact, initiating text messages and putting things out there to get the attention, in the hopes of getting the attention of your SP, it still shows that you are not fully surrendered into your power. You're not fully understanding of how manifesting works, okay? And you need a little bit of discipline. Sometimes we may know things, but then when we don't practice them, we delay the process of getting the desired results, okay, guys? So we have to be very careful with that, to really follow through with things that are being given to us, right? And then why do you have to go no contact? It's for people, actually. It's for people that easily get triggered, that are always checking the 3D for validation to see if the affirmations are working and all of that. Remember, this is like, you have to have blind faith. You have to have blind faith. Be decided that whether or not I see the results now or tomorrow or next month or next year, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do whatever it takes for me to manifest my desires into the 3D. So whatever means that I need all the discipline that I can get. When I was manifesting my SP, I made that mistake of always I'll be like, yo, I won't check up on them because it feels like chasing. I knew that it felt like chasing because I was complaining that I was always the one who's initiating contact, and this guy just blue ticks me, this guy doesn't call, this guy doesn't text and doesn't check up on me. So what I would do is that I would be like, okay, to reduce the intensity of the rejection, I would literally just check on him once a month. Right? So I would check on him once a month, just text him, and then he'd blue tick me and never say anything back. And then I'm like, no, let me just not get myself bothered. It doesn't have to bother me. But if it would bother me if I keep doing something that I know makes me feel triggered. If I don't get the desired response, then it means that I'm setting myself up for failure. So I didn't really know. Then I learned about the no contact rule. When I learned about it, I applied it immediately. Although it wasn't easy, it was manageable. I was excited about doing it because I was sick and tired of not getting responses, of calling and not having my calls being answered or my messages being returned and all those kind of things, guys. It was 4 months into my manifestation journey that I started with the no contact rule in August, I believe. It was August. Yeah, I started the no contact. I'm like, okay, I didn't call at all. I just kept quiet, and I knew that just because I'm quiet physically doesn't mean that I'm not doing anything. Movement is always happening. I'm doing the mental work. I'm changing myself within, because the fact that I need this guy to contact me, I need this guy to text me back, and then when he doesn't, it makes me feel low about myself. It makes me feel like I'm not good enough for his text. I'm not good enough for the communication. That made me feel really, 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 really off. Okay, it made me feel really, really off, and I just couldn't handle it at all. So I honestly felt like it's time for a change, and no matter what it's gonna cost me, it's time for a change, and I'm going to put it out there. So I went ahead and I tried the no contact, and I'm like, I didn't, on the days that I knew I was likely to text my person, which was on the weekend, I was just like, I'll affirm instead. I had to replace my urge for calling or my urge for texting with an affirmation that he called me, we talk every day, he texted me, and all of that. So no more calling, no more texting. All I did was meditate on the affirmations, right? So I would have those meditation processes where you imagine a phone call coming in, and manifest the text, that manifest the phone call by imagining that we had that conversation, imagining the phone ringing, doing those visualizations, guys, techniques, and then just meditating on what do I mean when I say my SP called me today, we had a wonderful conversation, and so forth and so forth. And that was that. And then I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna let it be. And I got used to it as time goes on. 1 month went by, the whole of August went by, but I remember sometime during August he did reach out to me, and I'm like, I'm not gonna get excited over this. It needs to be consistent, right? So I started affirming that my SP and I communicate consistently, because he was out of town, so it was long distance. So I had to really focus on the communication affirmations a lot, right? So I was busy with that, plus the affirmations of him moving back here. So the fact that he was long distance and the fact that we're not communicating, that was just like not working out for me. And I had to work on quite a lot of things, the discipline of it all. And then I think it was after, when was it? Yeah, started September. Then I went on the self-concept. When I did the self-concept, he started texting me like once in a while. Like the text that I would do of checking on him once in a while, he started doing it. Now communication started to, pick up. Once became twice, became 3 times in a month, became, But what I was doing, how I was handling that, was that I was only responding. I was responding to the, I was responding to the communication. I was not initiating the conversation. I was not initiating the text messages. Can I tell you something, guys? If you say, I'm not calling, I'm not texting, but you're also putting something out there that intentionally you're doing it to catch the attention of your SP, then that's still contacting the person, because you want to see if it works. You put your picture out there. Trust me, I'm telling you this because I did it. I would put a quote that I know both of us used to share, and then just to see if he'll respond. When I decided to go no contact, I blocked him off of my statuses, so he didn't have access to my statuses. I literally just didn't. I didn't communicate with him at all. I archived our conversations or deleted it. I can't really remember what I did, because I wanted a clean slate. I literally just went AWOL. He never knew what was happening unless he called. And because he didn't know what was happening with me and I was so quiet about it, I hid myself from him intentionally. He started looking for me. And I got used to the energy of just affirming for him and just visualizing communication and doing all those affirmations that my SP and I communicate every single day. He calls me all the time. We talk multiple times in a day. Like all the things that I desired our communication to look like, I started affirming for them all the time. When I wake up in the morning, I'll say, I'm so grateful that my SP and I just had a wonderful conversation before we start our day. And then I'm off and I do my own thing. And within no time, guys, I got that communication. And so I'm here to tell you that I even tried with other people, not just with my SP, but I also tried with my friends and stuff like that, that I felt like the relationship was one-sided and I would get easily triggered. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to affirm within my mind. I'm going to go within and change the story in my mind and then just affirm according to that story. And then I know that we are all set. So, all that you need to do is to remember when you're doing the no contact. We decided that you're doing the no contact because not doing the no contact, when you get easily offended, easily triggered, and you're always taking the 3D, is going to delay your manifestation process, you guys. All right. So do stay very disciplined. And then like I said, if you need any mentoring sessions and you're struggling with all this, all you have to do is drop me an email and let me know. We can have a call session, and then you let me know and I can guide you from there. All right. But this thing of being stubborn to yield into the process of manifestation and all the methods that are there to help us is not going to help you one bit, especially when you know you're not very disciplined when it comes to manifesting, when it comes to affirming, and when it comes to staying off of your phone. You want to see the power of manifestation and I feel like the no contact rule is the best way to see if that actually does work. Why? Because this is where you let go. Like your faith tells you to let go completely and trust that your affirmation, they are shifting. Things are happening in the background. Things are shifting in the background. So if you're constantly checking, you don't know whether it's you or it's a process. Trust in the process. Let go. That's how you really know that you are trusting the process. When you let go of the control, when you let go of the need to check, you just have to believe. In this game, we believe. We fix our mindset. We believe. We stay true to our meditations, our affirmations, our visualization techniques, whatever it is that keeps us in check, that keeps us disciplined. The aim is not to go out and chase. Anything that looks like chasing, anything that makes you feel like you are chasing that particular person, I suggest you stay away from it. If it's a no contact rule, which I feel I am a big advocate for the no contact rule, and then affirm, visualize, and go for it. Okay? That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm pushing for that. All of you who are struggling with stopping yourself from texting, checking the social media of that person. Please don't check their social media. Stop checking their statuses. Block them. Okay? You don't want to see anything to do with your SP. You just let go. And one day, your SP will just call you. Your SP will just text. Then you know, oh my goodness, the power of my mind did this. I literally, this thing works. But if you keep checking, you're not going to tell. You're not going to trust that this works. You're always going to have doubts because you're like, I tempered with the process. Don't tamper with the process. The only thing that you need to tamper with is your mind. You need to work with this. You need to affirm. You need to stay here. Okay? Here is where you need to stay. And when a person communicates with you while you are on the no contact, all you have to do is respond to them. And by responding, I don't mean, when they send you a hello, you now just respond by saying, oh my gosh, how are you doing? I've been waiting for... No. When they say hello, you say hi. You give what you get. If the person says, where have you been? Or how have you doing? Then you can also say, I'm fine. How are you doing? Keep it very, if they give you a small little piece of cake, you give them a small little piece of cake in return. All right. If they compliment you, you say thank you and you let it be. Do not be overly excited to get that call just because you are forming for a week and suddenly you see movement. Look at the message, analyze what's going on there and respond accordingly. That's how you get rid of breadcrumbing in communication. All right. So stay disciplined. No contact rule, especially for those who are saying, oh, Lee, I just can't. I just have to call. I just have to text. Do something about it. That urge, turn it into an affirmation that implies that you're SP and you just had a communication process, right? Right. See you in the other side of consistency, on the other side of discipline, and in the next video. Bye, guys.